Hey everyone, welcome back to Virtual Lab Infra. Today I'm excited to walk you through one of the most powerful monitoring tool in the IT world, Grafana. So this tool is called Grafana and Grafana is an open source platform used for data visualization and system monitoring. So it helps engineer and administrator track metrics from server, applications and infrastructure in real time, whether you are managing Windows servers, VMware host, or cloud environments. Grafana gives you a clear interactive view of what's happening under the hood. In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of Grafana, explain why it's important for modern infrastructure management, and then show you two dashboards that I have created. One is for VMware host and another for Windows exporter matrix. So let's dive into see and how this dashboard helps visualize system performance and make troubleshooting faster and smarter. So let's quickly check this. So if you look at this website grafana.com, this is the open source Grafana. Actually, you can go ahead and download any of its component and you can test it on your lab. So I have already configured in my lab, which is hosted on VMware Workstation actually. So on my VMware workstation, if you look at here, I have ESXi host available. I have a domain controller server, which is responsible for a DHCP, DNS, and it's a D- domain controller server. So it's also responsible for authenticating the accounts if you're gonna use it. And I have a brand new server called WinGraph01, which is Windows. I'm using all this VM's 2022 operating system, and this particular brand new VM I'm especially using for this tool, which is Grafana. So I have given a name Windows Grafana 01. So I have hosted this application on my Windows Grafana server, and using this dashboard, I'm able to fetch all the metrics of Windows servers, whether it's a CPU usage, memory usage, processors, RAM, uptime, drive space, and etc. So using this dashboard, you can actually manage everything in the single console. Managing everything in the sense you can monitor everything, all the metrics from single console by selecting the servers. In the selection in the selector option, you can switch between the servers and you can look at their usage. So Grafana is why it is important just because it's just not about the pretty chat actually, it's about actionable highlights. It helps you to spot issues before they become outage. You can optimize resource usage and maintain a healthy infrastructure. So when you toggle between the servers and you can see if any of the server has highest usage or the CPU utilization is high or peak, you can quickly go to that server or jump to that server and fix them by increasing the CPU uh, allocation or memory allocation. You can increase a data disk space, and you can fix the server before it becomes outage for your business. So as I said, I have created two dashboard. One is for my VMware host, which is running here actually. So this is the latest version of ESXi, VMware ESXi. If you are interested, you can go and go to the VMware playlist. I have created a few session and I have explained how to install it and how to configure it, how you can manage your VM creation and everything. So this VMware I have certain BMs are running and I am managing it from Grafana tool. So these are my BMs actually. There are four BMs currently, as you can see. There are two Linux and there are two Windows Server BMs are running. So for now, this Grafana I'm using it for my VMware servers, and there are two dashboards that I have created. If you look at here in my VMware host dashboard, so per VM CPU here, if you toggle here, you can see the usage of my VM per VM CPU. That means if you have uh, multiple VMs per VM CPU, you can see here your host overall ESXi host CPU, which is utilizing 74%. Data store space, if you can see 403, which is 403, it's completely available. You can also verify here if you want to. If you want to go to storage, you can see around 403, which is almost uh, 400 plus space available. So you don't need to go to the particular BM or the host. You can directly look at here in the dashboard. So this dashboard you can actually create it for your uh, server desk people or L1 team so that you can create a view access for them and they can monitor it whole whole team and they can reach out to L2 team stating that this particular VM has high CPU utilization or high memory utilization, and then L2 team can whatever process that your company follows, like take approval from IT people or whatever it is, and then you can go ahead and increase the space or CPU or memory, whatever it is needed. So a graph data visualization is very important here. You can create, edit, or customize your visualization whenever you want. You can drag and drop whenever you want, however you want to create it. You can you can change the visualization option as well by clicking on edit and go to the visualize option, and you can change the visualize options from a state to bar chart, or if you want you can keep it as a pie chart, or you can keep it as a table format. So it is up to you. However you want, you can create it. So how this is able to pull the matrix from the servers? It is just because of Prometheus, which is one of the connection actually or data source. If you see left side in the Grafana console, there is a op, there is a option connection. You can see there are multiple connection available. So not only you can manage your on-premise infrastructure, also you can manage your cloud infrastructure like Azure or Google Cloud, your database as well, your Microsoft SQL servers, Microsoft SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and lot more. To create this dashboard, you have a certain setup files that needs to be installed. Once that setups are installed, you can browse them in a browser and then you can create a dashboard. So let me show you quickly. I'm not gonna explain each and everything because it is just an overview video. I will just show you what exactly I have done so far and how this dashboard has created. So it's very interesting tool actually. So in this server, you would need certain files. Let me open this file explorer. Let me check. I'm not using it all. Okay, so this is the on the C drive. I have created a folder called Grafana Stack. So make sure on your server you should be having Windows Explorer You should have Grafana 11.5.2, Infinity plugin, and SSM 2.24. And then you should have a default dashboard that you can download it from Google actually. If you look for Grafana dashboard, you will able to see some JSON files. It is a default dashboard. So it will be like something like this. It is a default dashboard. You have to customize it later. So the moment you download this JSON file, your dashboard will be appear here, but there will be no server or no metrics available because it's a default one. So you have to customize them. So I have two JSON files here and other setup files. Please ignore the other setup file we will discuss when we will create the playlist. So what we require this few certain setup files, and then you'll have to install it one by one on your PowerShell script using PowerShell scripts. So basically, while you configuring this, the configuration is very simple. The moment you install those setup files and then uh, log in through the server name or host name or IP address, whatever it is, column 3000, it will take you to the home page actually, and then you have to create the dashboard and parentheses, which is, as I said, the data source. So you'll have to go to data source, and I have already created. So you have to create this database as a new data source, and you have to click on it. So once this is created, your dashboard will be empty, and you will have to create a new dashboard. It will just allow you to select the parentheses which we have just created, and then you will have an option to add the matrix. So matrix is nothing but your CPU utilization, your memory and disk space, your uptime and etc. So once this server is configured, your tool is configured, then the agent needs to be installed on each and every servers. So if you have multiple server on your organization, you can use the PowerShell script, or if you have SCCM on available on your organization, you can push the software application, software installation to all of your VM from SCCM, or you can use group policy. So whatever option you have in your team, you can do that, like in your organization. So since we have this is a lab, so for just testing purpose, we are using certain VMs. So few VMs are available on my ESXi host. So I have a DFS server, one test server I have, and then Grafana itself, and then my domain controller server. So I will just show you what exactly you'll have to do. So let's say this is your new server actually. So what I have done is on my Grafana server, I have actually shared this folder. Now this folder is accessible from all the VMs. So what I have done so far is I have gone to the server and I am just testing it actually. As you can see on my Grafana server folder name called Grafana stack, and I have Windows Exporter 0.30. That is the agent actually should run on all of your VMs so that it will allow you to configure on your dashboard. So with this agent, you will be able to see the dashboard with this VM name actually. So let me go to the VM again. Sorry, dashboard. So you will see here actually the server. You will have to do few more settings. Let me tell you. So what I have done, I am able to access this folder, and using this command, I am installing it actually, copying into the local server and then installing it. Once this installation is done, you should you should check the running Windows Explorer services should be running, and it should show 200 a port number which is available. Once this part is done, you'll have to also allow the firewall port as well for 9182. That is the default port for Grafana. So once your firewall is enabled, your uh, setup file is copied and installed. Now you'll have to go to the server, your Grafana server, and you'll have to run this script actually till here if you can see. So what exactly this script is doing is it is adding the server name along with the port number enabled, and it is allowing you to copy this server name, server detail on your dashboard. So once this is done on your dashboard, you'll have to type your server name colon 9090. That is a target parenthesis actually where you will see your endpoints and labels. So as you can see, this is my Grafana server, this is my domain controller server, this is my test server, and one more new server I'm going to add it. So new server is nothing but my DFS server actually. So I will show you how to add it. Already installation, agent installation is done. I have to only configure the server. So instead of new server, so other servers are already in place. I'm gonna only change. Let me do this. Okay. Now I will change. I'm gonna add the actual server here instead of new server. PW DFS01. Hit enter. So it's gonna configure the latest server, and it is going to restart the services. So if you look it here, so now it is showing down, right? So it is restarting the services. So it will take few minutes of time and then it'll up. So now it is up. Now in your dashboard, if you go, I can see the DFS server. Although you are not seeing any of the metrics because it takes little time and then you have to make certain changes as well. Okay, so now you can see the utilizations and other metrics are available now. So this is how you will configure. Like here you might be seeing some of the uptime and uh, memory are not able available. So you'll have to, for first time you have to click on save, save. See now it is coming now. Similarly, you'll have to change the field here to the actual server name. Save it. Now you will see the processor. Likewise, you have to edit it. So when you are doing it for first time, right, you'll have to give certain query. That query will allow you to face the detail matrix, whatever matrix that you want to see, whether it is a CPU or whatever it is. So here you'll have to come. So by default, it will be on builder mode. So you have to change it to code and then you have to. I will give you this queries when we will create a playlist. You just need to copy paste it here. You have to give a name, title name, either CPU utilize usage or memory usage or disk usage, and other few other thing will be automatically coming, like your bandwidth, the processor, and the hard disk writing and writing output total values and other thing. So that's all, guys. We will be creating a playlist and explain each and everything. I'm telling you, this is very useful on your organization level when you are managing multiple platform like on-premise or hybrid platform. If you have cloud as well as on-premise, you are also managing Nutanix or Citrix environment. You can manage everything here. So that's all, guys. If you're really interested, I would request you to subscribe my channel, hit the notification so that you will not miss any upcoming videos. Hope you are enjoying these sessions. See you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.